What's up, guys? Yeah, Dark Souls 4. I didn't think that they were busy working on Sekiro or whatever, but turns out they were making Dark Souls 4. I'm pretty pumped about it. I think I'm one of the first people that's got a key to play it, so. But I'm really looking forward to it. Like, this game, as you're about to see, is probably one of the most visually stunning Dark Souls games I've played, period. But, I mean, I'm looking forward to it. I don't think they're completely fleshed out yet, but I'm just gonna go ahead and jump in with the gameplay and see what we got going here. As you can see, they opted for more of a simplified art style this time around. But, still same controls. You can still tab to lock on, you can roll, you got your basic abilities. Simple stuff. I can already see some skeletons in the distance there. I'm gonna run out. So yeah, I'll just be playing this for a little bit, maybe an hour or two. However much I can milk out of this. And I'll play some TF2 later. Tab isn't to lock on. No, technically you should play on controls, but this game has bad controller support. I mean, they haven't added it yet. Clearly they're going to add it later, but as you can see, when you kill goblins or skeletons, they T-pose and die, which is an interesting choice. I think they're trying to market to a younger demographic there. We need more FUNKe. I played FUNKe fucking yesterday. Well, 2 days ago. Yesterday I was in Tip of the Hats. Dota Fortress. Nice. But I really don't want to talk about that. For anyone that saw the Dota Fortress segment yesterday, I'm so sorry you had to see that. So to explain, Dota Fortress is basically like a pug system for TF2 where like a bunch of people get drafted for like a certain class or whatever, and I was playing heavy, so they picked me on a team with Valve News Network and Bloodsire and a couple other people. Hey buddy. The problem is, one, the enemy team had 2 medics. If you don't know, 2 medics has been banned from competitive 6s for a decade, literally like 10 years. And that's for a reason. It's extremely powerful.
I'm the coolest.
2, our sniper, Bloodsire, his W key didn't work. He was on a PC at Toth, and the entire match, all we could hear him say is, I can't move, I'm rolling out sideways, I can't shoot. Half of the time his mouse 1 wouldn't actually function. Please, you need to help me. These creatures, skeletons, they took the bar. I need you to kill them. I can do that. At the end of the Dota Fortress segment of the match, Bloodsire had 0 kills as sniper. Against 2 medics, which, by the way, 2 medics can basically out-heal any damage you throw at them. Literally any damage. The only way you can kill double medic is with insta-kill. And our one insta-kill class couldn't move forward. But if that wasn't enough, trust me, there's more. They had 7 players in a 6v6 match. A random person got the server password and joined their team. And it took 3 rounds to get them kicked. They amassed at least 3 points from helping Cap. And this is the part they didn't mention on stream, but the password to the server was server. That's how they got on. So round 3, like this 7th person felt bad for us. They joined our team to start helping, and then they got kicked. When they started helping us, they got kicked from the server. And I have a sneaking suspicion that 7th person was Jill on a PC trying to sabotage me from inside Tip of the Hats. I don't have proof, but I'm pretty sure that's it. I collected 1,600 experience. Nice.
Great. Thank you.
Anyways, that was my day.
Thanks so much.
That was yours. Also, thanks. I think I missed a couple here, but thanks, Scout Guy, for the sub. Thanks, Zach and Scripts Bits. How was it playing with Tyler? Also, I already sent you Gungeon code. Okay, thanks. I need to renew that. He didn't really talk much. None of us were really talking during that game because it was just so sad. I kind of elected myself as main caller because I think Bloodsire is more experienced, but he couldn't fucking walk forward. So every mid, I would tell us where we're going, what to do, and we would die before we even got there. So, like, one time, I'm like, alright, scouts, demo, soldier, jump up top, kill him. Nope, we got backlined by their soldier, and all killed before we even made it to mid. Oh yeah, and I didn't, okay. They didn't show a lot of the cool shit that I did during that game on stream. One, when I knew when we pretty much all realized, like, there was no winning, I went buffalo steak sandwich heavy, and I ran at them and killed a heavy. I killed a fucking heavy weapons guy with my fists, and they didn't show it. The casters didn't even notice it. I taunted afterwards. I was so proud of myself. If that wasn't enough, before and after the match, I was using a glitch to make my heavy T-pose. And I was just walking around the map in a T-pose. But they didn't show that either. Granted, I don't think they were showing in-game before and after the match, but I was hoping that would, like, make people giggle. But I'll have to save that one for next Toth, I guess. The real hard part, though, is just that the enemy team did not fucking let up. Like, if you saw round 3 of Dota Fortress, like, Banny was on fucking rocket jumper, they had no medics. You know, you could tell it was a meme match. But on ours, they just fucking wanted it to be over. Every mid, they rolled us to last and just capped. Fuck, I'm getting killed here. It was tense, man. Yeah, I wish there could have been more to it, but that was it. Banny played rocket jumper to make it fair. Yeah, I know that's definitely why he did it. I'm saying I kind of wish, like, Melo would have done that. But I mean, it's for charity, so it is what it is. I do wish I could have gotten a rematch. I do wish they would have restarted it after a 7th player helped them cap 3 times. But I think production staff was short on hands. Because they said at the end to Toth, like, I think it was Aaron. It was either Aaron or Jasmine, where they're like, yeah, there was a 7th person, and I had to, like, run over when I didn't have time to kick him. What is this? Grim Reaper? Oh. After the match ended, I did like a $300 item donation with the message, I only lost because I was donating to Tip of the Hats, and they didn't show it. It didn't even show in the bottom right. It got like filtered out. There was some other messages pertaining to me that I'd rather not talk about. Yeah, they showed calamari's. You guys want to... You know what? Let me show you this, because I think it's of interest to you. They didn't even show the response to calamari. Star read it, because it was on his thing, but they didn't actually show it on stream. Hold on, I actually have to pull up the clips here, but... I didn't expect this. It caught me off guard when it happened. I'm gotta pull up...
Big fan, by the way.
There's a few clips here, so I gotta pull up another. Sinister sent one in too, I think, but it didn't show.
Calamari, big fan, by the way. $20, first time donator to such a great cause. FUNKe should play Fortnite with us. I don't know.
Why would you do that to a person?
You just ask him in a real, like, personal situation, not through donation. Maybe he'll do that with you.
I was sitting completely stationary, like... Here's part 2.
Is it Funky? Dude, I don't even know. I apologize, man. I'm just gonna call you FUNKe. $100. Dear Calamari. No.
So thank you for that, Calamari. I think a couple other people tried to get me messages in too, but thankfully those ones were cut. Also, I've been a Twitch mod in Star's chat for over a year, and he still can't pronounce my name. I sent him a message after that, telling him what it was, and then he still said it wrong. Anyways, back to Dark Souls 4. I can see under the map. It's good. Whoa. Whoa, whoa, okay. It's not a boss fight because it didn't have a boss bar. I know there's going to be some Dark Souls 4 bosses in here. Oh shit, hold on, I gotta go heal. In case you couldn't tell, I have a little stream deck next to me and I have to push a button for every sound effect. So this is really tedious. Level up? I don't have a level up, but I do have new area. Close enough. What was your best or favorite part of Toth? Probably the speech jammer, keep talking and nobody dies. That's always one of my favorite segments. Lefty Lucy, thanks for the sub. So like they have a segment where they put a speech jammer on, which makes it really hard to talk. Whoops. For a game that you have to talk to beat it. And during it, you can just watch the clips. They basically sound like they're drunk. And I put a message in chat, guys, get out of the facility, there's a carbon monoxide leak. And Get Away laughed at it. So that was probably my favorite segment. Damn, they're all on me here. Oh. You see Harsh's interview? I did not. I watched most of Tip of the Hats. I was... truthfully, I like woke up late, so I was always like 2 hours into it when I started watching. And then after that, I'd be like out of the house. I missed it. Yeah, I saw a lot of Harsha memes, but I didn't really know what the origin was. I'm out of stamina. Hold up. Also, I got like a red crown on. It's hard because the lock-on is tab. It's just like, it's way easier to play this on controller, but for some reason they don't really have... Like, you can't rebind stuff to controller, and the default ones are just unusable. You can't use abilities at all. There. Big ghost beaten. I got a tab out here. How long's this stream gonna be? I don't know. I really couldn't see myself playing this game for more than an hour, but we'll see. And TF2 will probably also be like maybe an hour or so. It's a Monday. I'm not looking to break my back here. Looks like I got the loot at the end of there. Why did you change your YouTube name to FUNKe? Beg pardon? Just rebranding. That's it. An hour stretching. Okay, this isn't the only map. There's a lot of maps to this game, but the problem with this is there's a lot of shit locked behind DLC, so people can't really build full games. I mean, even with DLC, you really probably couldn't, but it's actually a somewhat competent RPG maker, but they lock so much that you just can't really do what you need to, you know? I think I came from there? Yeah. Going to town. Looks like totally accurate Battlegrounds. Yeah. Same art style. That'll teach you to be a nice person and help charity, or to socialize. Yeah, I've learned my lesson on that. Thought this was Roblox. Your mistake. I don't think there's any way to get into these buildings. Still locked off in the beta. They'll come out later. Go through here. Bonfire! Hold up. That's just sound... This is too much work for a stream. There needs to be more automated ways to make sound effects play. If I had a third hand, this would be so much easier. Oh well. Alright, good. Is that a dead end? Weird. I might gotta miss this stream. I mean, you came here to make that message, so you've already seen more of it than a lot of people. It's fine. You may miss the stream, I'll allow it. Hey, hello, little wave. I think I've hit my dead end. I don't know if there's like a boss fight to this level. I'll dip out in a minute if I don't find anything. This may come as a shock to you, but these are all user-made levels, so they're gonna vary in quality. I would say this one's alright. Oh, wait. Can I go up that hill? I don't think I can. We'll see. Dark Souls 4 network test. Yeah, you got it right. Oh, I can go up there. What weird geometry to choose. Save the good bits on YouTube. Stream highlight? Yeah. Something tells me this game isn't gonna get any stream highlights. Unless I, like, make a funny quip, but... It's a Monday. Good luck with it. Ooh. Got a stone. I'm not sure what things I can bust, but it looks like I can go through here. Oh, fuck! Alright. Get good. It's time to get good, everybody. I love the get huge. Now I'm even with them. So many of them. Fuck, I fell. Okay, it's okay. I think they removed fall damage from this release of the game. Just because they knew that I would die. Huge. It's alright, I'll save it, I'll save it. I still got 4 Estus left. One down. Alright, I need more scenery here. I can't see anything. The real reason I found this game is I was trying to find, like, a... I want to have, like, a map creation contest or something. But I wanted it to be something that anyone can do. Like, you don't need to know to make, like, a TF2 map. And I found RPG World, I think this is what it's called. And, I mean, it does have decent tools, but again... without DLC, which cost a lot of money for all of it, you can't really do much. So, this probably isn't it. Holy shit, they move fast. Yeah, blame the Monday. Nice, double kill. Got a lot of shards now. It's so, like, trust me, this isn't just the added dynamic contrast I put onto the stream so it looks like Dark Souls. It's just like a really dark game. Or more accurately, this is like a not a very well-lit map. Also, quiet sound effects. What's the storyline? It's a Dark Souls-like adventure. That's the lore I know. I think it's just like open world right now. What I'm doing right here, like it's just someone's map they filled up with quests, and there should be like a boss fight at the end of this castle. Hat in Time as a level builder. Yeah, but that's like Unreal 5, and that does take a bit of complexity to learn. I mean, I guess I could... Unless they might have updated the modding tools. Like, I picked it up to mess with it, and it wasn't completely impossible, but... You know, I don't know. I wanted something like Mario Maker level. But with enough tools, you could really do something with it. A Hat in Time contest would be fun, but aren't like the actual creators of Hat in Time running a contest and it's still not over? Has there ever been a Dark Souls parody game where it has 0 lights and you're just stumbling around in the dark? Yeah, that's called Dark Souls 1. Ka-ching. I can't change the lock-on. So I just gotta kill him first. Let's get a flashlight. Oh, I got a health on hit, I think. It's good. It's balanced. These guys' targeting is pretty bad. Warrior Ring of Vitality. Hold on, how do I open menu? Ooh, alright. Got some alternative weaponry here. Valiant Knight Armor. Okay. 9 damage, 18th. Okay, hold on. We could probably keep the 18 damage on. Casual difficulty. I can't choose here, guys. What are these? Oh, those are the Reapers. Oh, shit, I just want to... Am I going to have to kill all of them? I think I'm going to have to, like, kill everything. Fine. Oh, that's just like an ability. I thought that was like the Reaper. 18 damage! It's Berserker Sword. I still don't know what that ability is. I think it's like damage up. F7? Oh, I can spend point. Oh shit, it's got a skill tree. Hold up, guys. I gotta go update my skill tree. Damn, this really is. This is a full Dark Souls game right here. Alright, what should I get? I got health diet. Oh, this is too many. I can... Should I put it all into fortune? Marathon in... Oh, okay, so this is... I unlock those as I get points. So I should probably get strength, vitality. If it's anything like Dark Souls, I need high endurance. Dexterity? Isn't dexterity like trash, though, for Dark Souls? I don't feel like I should do that. My health's alright. Don't level dex. It's a good call. I'm comfortable with those. Keep moving. My question is, will I keep those upgrades through all worlds? Oh shit, I two-shot them now. Yeah! Oh, I can combo one in an attack for like an insta-kill. Check it. Well, almost insta-kill. Yo, I'm getting the strats for this. What does Dex do? I've asked myself that for years. Real gamer hours. Is there even a level up sound effect for Dark Souls? Because I got as many as I could, but I don't think there's one for that. Might be one for like spending souls. What'd I get? Veteran Guard armor? How good is it? I have to like I have to bend down and use my controller. 75 health, 50. Oh yeah, straight upgrade. Armor's not for this subclass. Fuck! There's subclasses? Oh. I guess that's the character I chose. Oh well. I'm not playing as a mage, I can't use that. I'm almost done with this. It's so delayed. It's like a minute delayed. Or a second. There is a block button, but it's like Q. It's weird. Fence needs to get opened. Hold up. Up strength. Up endurance. Dexterity gives you, like, blur. I guess, like, abilities? I'm just gonna put it into strength and endurance. Alright. I gotta find a way through here now. I think I gotta, like, collect these. What is that? I collected my souls. I'm not sure how to go through this, though. I think, what? Because that's definitely where I gotta go. Look, there's stuff in there. Unless it's probably just decoration, honestly. I feel like I need to duck out of this world. I've almost looked through it. They don't have a single boss fight in here. That's what I'm here for. Can I go through there? It's a flambage. Oh shit, what is that? A flag? What game is this? Dark Souls 4. It's RPG World, I think. And this is just like a viewer, or a player-made level. SMH Casuals. Hold on, I'm just gonna rush through. What the fuck? Those mushrooms? Nope, I'm good. I'm just gonna duck out. Yeah, I know, like, it was just a meme, but this, like, the mechanics of this are basically like a simplified Dark Souls. It's like, it's Bab Souls, basically. Bab Souls 4. Alright, I found the next progression point. Minecraft art? Well, not exactly. I can't build, but... and you can call it what you want. Baby's first Dark Souls. Look, they literally have, like, fucking Estus flasks and rolls and lock-ons. I think this is a boss fight. Oh, no. It's just, like, two skeletons. High-level skeletons. Well, not as high as I am. Bandit Blade. Come on, I'm looking for a fight here. No more casual crap. Give me like a boss fight. This is another problem I noticed with the game. It has boss fights, but you need DLC to unlock all of them. So all of these levels, I think will use like the same boss template, but like redesigned. Press A? You mean you.
Ah, hello, stranger. I can see you're very brave. Indeed, very brave soldier. Listen to me, my friend. If bring me 10 lost souls, I will give you a good reward. There are lots of souls inside castle, not too far away, and it's easy to get them.
Inside castle? Alright, Jenkins. That sounds like a shitty reward, but I don't got much else to do. It's literally a fetch quest. Dark Souls wouldn't give me a fetch quest. The whole game's technically a fetch quest. You got it already? Did I already? Oh yeah, I already beat that castle, didn't I? I didn't even think about that. Yeah, I'm beating this game out of order. Hold up, I gotta go collect my reward. I need to get my stamina up more, so I stop running out. Complete 250 experience points. Wow, big news right there. Ain't a fetch. I don't think I can kill them. I would have happily, if I was able to. Most likely stolen. Helps those who find hard to sleep, not the sharpest. Those don't give me lore about the world. There's only one purpose for item descriptions, and it's fleshing out the lore of the game. If it doesn't do that, then why bother? Why bother? Why isn't the thinking emote called Thunk? I've wanted to add a new emote called Funk Thunk, and it's like the think emote but melting. Like a melty face. But I just never got around to it. That'd be why. Damn. For a little mushroom, you're carrying around a big chest. What are you, Toadette? Craggle Stom. I don't know what that is. 34 damage. That's... Oh, fuck, that's like double. Alright. 34? That's my favorite number! Don't ask why! Shit, I'm unstoppable now. Hold up. Got a mini-boss here. Well, not a mini-boss, just annoying mobs. That's actually a flamberge, dude. You got the weapon. I got it. I did it. For all of you guys calling me casual, I actually have aim assist turned off. See that? Turned off. It's not on. Shut your mouths.
Jojo Parte 4 was the best. Can you upload within the next 40 years?
Hidden bonfire, poggers!
Good work, Chief.
Nice. All right. So you gotta roll into it. Illusory wall, my dudes. I know this game. Part 4 was the best. Can you upload within the next 40 years? Yeah, I can do 40. Best I can do is 35. I mean, Part 4 was not the best. I'd say it was honestly my least favorite part. Bye-bye. But all opinions are allowed. Even wrong ones. It's some nice geometry right there, level creator. You know what you're doing. Is there a way in here? Have I hit my endpoint? I'm not sure if I'm supposed to, like, if I'm allowed to go over here. Speedrun strats, check it out. Wrong way? Question mark? It's definitely, like, the right way. But it's a dead end. Man, there ain't nothing here. I'm not sure if this game even has a mechanic to, like, show that you've beaten the map. So for all I know, I could clear everything and then it just stops forever. I hear a sound, but I can't tell if that's just the ambience. You know, I think I'm ready to leave this world, honestly. Not like that way. Not like the dark way. I mean, like, maybe go to a different map now. Yeah, there's nothing else for me here. I'm sure there's, like, a great castle boss, but... Nah, it's a Dark Souls. It's an open world game, alright? I'm allowed to go to Irithyll if I want to. Everyone close your eyes. Don't look. This isn't part of the game. Alright, I got a couple options here. I'll read them out to you. Dark Skulls 3, Whirlwind's Refuge, New Abyss, Dark Souls, The Story of Chosen Undead, Souls of Lord. I think Souls of Lord is like a city, so I'm gonna look at that one. I'll check out Dark Skulls next. Oh wait, is this the one I was in? Oh, this is the same one. Wait. No, this is a different one. Okay, yeah, okay. They just look similar. This is a cave system. Hold up. I need new background noise. I need cave. I don't think I have cave. Alright. It's gonna be a really windy cave, guys. Don't think about it too much. Oh, also new area. New area discovered. Sleep to dream, chosen undead, and dream of your awakening in the final days of the Age of Dark. Make cave music the underground Mario music. Tempting. Alright, what's going on here? Karim. Oh, that's an actual Dark Souls. That's like a thing they talk about a lot, but they don't ever show. Alright. Alright. The outside sounds actually work here. I need to turn it up, though. I'll use Irithyll. I'll use Irithyll ambience for this. I downloaded a lot of Dark Souls things for this, so bear with me. You heard about the Bansky painting that was rigged to be shredded the moment it sold? It happened recently. Yeah, and it went up in price because art bitches think that's, like, deep. Sorry if you see me tabbing out. Like, this game lets my mouse go off screen. It's, that's a really Banksy things to do. Hold on, I need to... That's a intentional tab out there. You know, this reminds me of... I can't put my finger on it, but there's like a... It's like the graveyard from DS3, kind of. Or something else, maybe. A lot of skeletons. Skeletons. Banksy does a lot of weird things. I remember, like, there was something that people thought was Banksy's, but it wasn't. Like, you'll see stories about people, like... will, like, draw, like, they'll lose their shoe in an art museum or something, and people will think, like, that's actually, like, an exhibit, but it's just someone that, like, left their sandal, and people will, like, thinks it's, like, shit like that is Banksy's, even though, like, that's fucking stupid. Art's weird. Dark Souls is art. Technically, if you adhere to the theory that video games are art, which Omega lol, I don't see why you wouldn't consider them art. Boss fight. Fuck, tapped out. Boss fight, and I fucking one-shot him. I'm gonna two-shot the boss. Hold up. I beat the boss. I think I might be a little overpowered right now. Easy win. Easy clap, boys. 36 damage. Yeah, let's go up. Wait. Death Knight Loran Sword. Isn't that the name of an actual NPC? Or enemy? Hold on. With the 75. Oh, I still can't use it. Forgot. I need to go, like, sell that or something. Trade in for souls. Lord of Cinder, fallen. Alright, boys. Easy clap. I got good. Germany allowing swastikas in games now because they're art. I think it's more so they kind of realized that pretending that the Holocaust never happened was probably not, like, the best way to handle it. Enough time has passed. Maybe just... don't be hard asses. Isn't Germany the region where, like, TF2 had to use different gibs? Like, in Germany, instead of using, like, dead gibs where there's, like, blood and bones, they replace it with, like, skulls. Or they replace it with, like, cogs and screws and stuff. Because, like, bones were too violent.
I'm Larissa, keeper of this fire. It may be flickering by the day, but so long as it remains lit, hope for our long-lost Lord of Sun is not lost.
Lore. Alright.
What's even the point of living? The Firekeeper says there is hope that remains for Lord Dran. But what of Karam? The land was dark as the abyss at the peak of the Age of Fire.
Yeah, this is definitely a Dark Souls map. Yeah, bones are violent. I don't blame them. Bones are scary. I'm kind of afraid of even going near these guys. Wouldn't want it in my video games. Loot! Big loot box right here. Collect. I'm just gonna assume there's like XP or something. Nice. Big money. Big money. Grab some souls. I like the purple fog. Got some nice perp skirp in the air tonight. Money Fozzix. Oh yeah, at Dota Fortress. So if you watch Dota Fortress, you know, like at the first round all of the good players are picked. During that, there were people in chat going like, pick Funk, pick Funk. The whole time, I was just thinking, don't pick Funk! Don't pick Funk! I don't want to go against these people! Don't! And when they picked the final people, I had like... I gave a sigh of relief. It's like all like invite and intermediate players. I got fucking like Seagull. And I'm just like, no. Here's the thing about me. I sit proudly at mid-tier of TF2 experience. I could easily wipe probably the majority of most, like, TF2 YouTubers. Or just like the average player, I think I could beat in an MGE. However, above me, which is pretty much anything above, like, low open, I'm gonna struggle. I'm going to kick and whine like a bitch and lose. And frankly, do you want to sleep? Yeah. I will embarrass myself above low open. I'm proudly moderate, guys. Unfortunately, in my Dota match, the other team was a bit higher than moderate. They had Mela and Nursey. With double med. I'm sure you saw this in the Dota Fortress, but Nursey basically would just run around with a syringe gun and kill me. And people were just like, getting killed by syringe gun, lol. And you know what? They're right. That is pretty sad. But I would like to argue that while I'm shooting one med, the other med is syringe gunning me, so... it's not really a matter of getting killed by med. It's a matter of getting killed at all. I don't need that again. So there's bonfires, but there's also fireplaces. I guess that's not like complex technology. But I can't sleep at the wallfire. They just wanted to take you out because you're a gaming legend. It's true. I won't lie, during that game, all I could think of is, like, they really want this to be over. Like, they're not, like, going rocket jump or anything. They're just fucking wailing us. Which, to be fair, I think if Bloodsire's actual, like, keys would work, we probably could have taken a fight. But, it's behind me now. You know what made me really sad? We almost had Tag on our team, but, like, Sideshow, I guess, wanted to, like, save him for last, so he, like, got pulled out. I think Tag, like, is mad at me because I go into his chat every other day and just post puns. So I was literally, like, so excited I was going to just make puns the whole match and piss him off. And then he got pulled out. So, maybe next year. Maybe next year, Tag. They had places to be, which was on a server without me. Yeah. I mean, Mela was at the event the whole time. He had no excuse for making me look so foolish. But honestly, if I was in his shoes, I would have done the same thing. You got the self-titled Amazing Tyler. Yeah, again, Tyler didn't really talk that much, but no one really did. Sky, our medic, she was just like yelling like, "They're behind us again!" And I'm like, I know, I'm shooting them, they won't die! That was pretty much the whole thing. This is a pretty Dark Soulsy build here. Not enough, like... probably like 4 times as many skeletons and dead dogs, but still a good amount. Yeah, I can't imagine it was fun for her on med. She ended up playing the game after, too, as Soldier. Because Bren literally picked both meds for his team there, which meant in the final round no one could have a medic. Is that a sentry? Which, honestly, was kind of a bad call. But, whatever. You couldn't have expected to win with 2 Winston mains on your team. Yeah. Are you counting me? Because... I'm a former Winston main. I'm no longer. There's no jump. Just like real Dark Souls. A sentry in Dark Souls. Immersion fucking ruined. Okay, this is extremely OP. I'm one-shotting everything. Okay. T-pose into the underworld, I guess. It's fine. I wanted to read the book. I wanted to get lore. But it's not available. This game is golden. Again, I really wish the DLC was free or at least cheaper. So that, like, people... Or, like, you didn't... Like, you could play on DLC maps without having it. I feel like that would... give this game a bit more life and reason to make stuff in. But, you know, like, again, I've been playing for 45 minutes. I don't think there's more than maybe another 20 minutes worth. There are a couple of, like, meme maps I'll look at, which may add something. Also, I think I'm going backwards now. I'm just lost. Asking what if he was locked to medic? Who? Also, the jump section this year at Tip of the Hats was really good. I was talking to Kime Time during it, just because it's just like, damn. You'd figure for a game that's been out this long... Oh. There wouldn't be that much more to show, but every year they really knock it out. There's a game coming out for surf mechanics, which is really cool, called Momentum. I think it's in beta. But I want something that's like rocket jumping maps. TF2 has like a lot of, like, you could call them mini games that honestly deserve their own standalone games. And you could argue like, well, you don't need a standalone, they already exist in TF2. But stuff like SGDQ doesn't allow game mods, only individual games. So if you want to see it, like, ran at events or something, or at least at bigger events, you need to give it its own standalone product. Saxton Hale multiplayer would be cool as heck. Didn't they add... That's kind of what the Winston mode in... The Winston Christmas mode in Overwatch is, where you just run around fucking beating them. I think Overwatch has a couple of things like that. Either way, yeah. Like a boss... Like a 12v1 boss kind of mode is fun. And I'm kind of sad they never had that to TF2. They had, like, the Headless Horseman and Marasmus, but they never had player controlled. And that was a little weak, in my opinion. The Winter Winston, that's what it's called. I think I'm gonna have to duck out of this. Looks like I've exasperated it. Got into a conversation about TF2 Halloween and I still want Bread Monster Raid Boss. I don't know why they haven't. They could just reuse, like, the animations. They already have animations for the Bread Monster, that loop. They could just... I mean, obviously they would end up remaking them, but if they wanted to, like, cut corners, it wouldn't be that hard to implement. No, because anything that requires more than just adding medals is too much work for them. Whoa, boss! Oh, you know what? I've actually made a little progress on this map, so I'm right before a boss. But he's gonna die in 2 hits, so... It really doesn't matter. $52? I don't think I can wear that, though. No. It's got bones. Nice. I beat the boss. The boss is dead. I don't actually know how large this map is. I think it might be a teeny baby one. We'll see. I don't want another MVM update. I want long-term content. MVM is not long-term. It might be if you really like MVM, but I don't feel that way about it. They fell into the pit. Drop kill. There's not a drop kill function? That'll have to do. Listen, I'm not here... There's a lot of bonfires. I'm not here to get into a discussion about what TF2 needs. I already made a video on that. I think we all know the game needs more love. Oh shit, it's a spawner boss! The boss is defeated. That was almost challenging. I think they might need to adjust the scaling of levels in this game mode. Just a thought. Absolute Farmer. Mutiny? 16 damage. I'm good. That was the Skeletal Lord. This game is still in beta. Thank you for playing. Wow. That's some weird dialogue. Think that lady is having a stroke. Alright, let's find another. I think there's an online mode actually, and I'm curious. Can I play that? The question is anyone even playing it besides me? Evil Ghost. There's one, he has a communist symbol in his name. Well, I gotta take him down then. TF2 port ain't happening. It's not happening. Alright, time to receive world. Gotta kill this dude for America. For Irithil. You haven't gotten to hear it? Well, I'll wait to play that effect. See how this fight goes. I'm invading a world. That's a good way to put it. Yeah, I'm gonna try the PvP in Dark Souls 4 now, guys. We're gonna see how well it plays out. Almost. commie ghosts that don't know they're dead. So, I guess I also have to download whatever, like, map they're on. I hope it's not, like, covered in dicks or something. Like, they could have just made a giant map of disgusting structures. It is a custom world. Bet you he's gonna, like, DC right when I join. Just like real Dark Souls Online. I'm on the bed? No. Do not sleep. Oh good, you're awake. Invading world. Alright, Evil Ghost has completed a quest. He's somewhere in this map. I gotta take him down. I'm invading this world. I need to collect these souls. I don't even know what this map is. Evil Ghost, buddy. Where are you, haunting? It's a very complex map. I think I'm going backwards. See, I want to, like, stop and talk to these people, but... yeah, I am. But I gotta find this dude. Is there, like... there must be, like, a symbol or something to alert me of their position. Oh. I wonder who you are. Damn, there's a lot going on here. This is a developer-made level. Must be. Oh, okay, I see. I was confused because, like, I figured he would have had the doors open, but I guess since I just spawned.
Sure thing. Thanks so much.
This is important. Let me make sure he's not nearby. This is important. What is it? Oh. That is pretty important. Thank you for that. Also, I got another link from Calamari.
It's time for darkness.
Okay, what's happening right now?
How many kids you got?
One, I have one child.
Thanks for sending me this.
Years old. She's a dancer.
Hannibal's got kids.
Hannibal, you have
Jimmy Kimmel. Wait, what is this? Jake Bird at Trump inauguration. That is not at all relevant to that last video. Yeah, if you've never watched Eric Andre, do yourself a favor and do it. Let's watch it. Or just watch a compilation of interviews. I heard that Eric Andre's interviews go on for like an hour plus, and then they just cut it down to a few minutes. He said that like during his Larry King interview, and I was like, what? There's like hours of this? There's no way. Maybe like 30 minutes cut down, but hours. Fuck. Oh shit, he's in a boss room, I think. I assume that's what these are? I don't know. It's weird. I can use bonfires at a... I can use bonfires in an invaded world. I guess that means I can't go in there. It's that top one he's at. How do he get there? What? Up, I think he quit. Well, I'm sorry, Ghost. You fucking hid from me the whole round. How am I supposed to find you? Yeah. I killed him. He's dead. I hit quit. Oh, it's gonna make me, like, respawn. You know, this game is free to download if anyone wanted to jump on and PvP me. I don't think it would be that hard to. But, since there's no one on right now, I'll go check out a different stage. What's the name? RPG World, I believe? there you are. Lady Dizzle of Shizzleville's favorite chicken is ill. Head up to the road to her house. She's waiting for you to help her. Alright, Rap God. You can kill the chickens, but they don't die. Or you can hit them, but they don't die. Hold on, I don't actually know what the name of the game is. It's... no, not that. RPG World Action RPG Maker. That's the name of it. It might be under... tools rather than... or software rather than games, I'm not sure. You're here, my chickens have been cursed and they're falling on their head. Can you fetch my Tome of Healing? Where is it? At the top of Death Mountain because reasons. Seems plausible. I think your door's broken. Ma'am, your door's broken! Door's stuck! Door's stuck! Yeah, you weren't kidding about Death Mountain. I beg you! Oh, I thought he was T-posing for a second.
Greetings. Hello there. You come in peace, I trust?
Oh, he's on guard.
Well met, adventurer. What brings you here?
Looks like I can't actually aggro him. That's a shame. It's not a real RPG then. Oh, big boy. Now it looks like a mimic. Surprisingly, a lot of chickens on Death Mountain's road. Impressive. I think, like, someone spawned, like, the strongest weapon in the game. And that's why I've been killing everything. Like, someone's custom game had just an OP weapon. For Death Mountain, that was a bit of a cakewalk. I wish the boss was a giant chicken. I don't think you can actually do that, though. Big loot. That's... the armor's bad. Not good. Alright, where's this Tomb of Healing, ma'am? I'm looking to help. I don't see it. See a lot of chickens. Buckethead armor? Oh, you mean from the main menu? Nah, I gotta be at the hub for that first. I'll show that. I don't... do I have the tome? No, I... Ma'am, you don't... there's no tome to collect. This is a bucket. I think it's bogus. Bupkis not working. Going down hills like that reminds me of a game that I won't mention because I don't want to say its name. Yeah, I don't see your tome. Door stuck, please! I beg you! I'm gonna dick out. Or, oh, what? Ditch out, not dick out. Ditch. I'm gonna ditch that level. Did anyone download it? If anyone did, I'll go see. I guess I could host a world. How about this? I think... this is so clunky. I think I can host a world and play my level. If anyone wants to join, then they can. If not, just finish the level. Like, yeah, the controls are whack. The Blight? That sounds pretty Dark Soulsy. It was up there under an arch. Ah. Well, nothing I can do now.
Finally, some reinforcements from Greendale Keep. What took you so long? Most locals have already gone. 2 weeks with no help, I'm packing up. These lands are no longer safe.
Nice hat.
The blood is spreading. Our pitchforks are no match for the undead it brings with it. We've locked the gates to the mountain path. That's where they first start. It's too much. Collect skulls. I can do that. I can collect skulls. Still looks better than the Switch port. Yeah, word. Open bag. Skull. Hope they aren't hacked items. Oh, it's starchy. Alright, hold up, starchy. I'll put on, like, weaker things. Because I know you're, a little under-leveled for this fight. What are, like, the default gear? Egg. I don't... Oh, fuck. I couldn't even wear that anyways. On guard! Have at thee! Have at thee! I don't think PvP is enabled. Have at thee! Hold on. There actually is PvP, so hold on. I think I may need to rehost a world. I saw W. Let me look into this. Bad game. There's select character, workshop, create new world, multiplayer. But hold on. In Keybind, there was there PvP? There may not be. Yeah, host begin PvP match. Oh, I hit F2 in multiplayer. Okay. So you have to manually start it. I can do that. Actually, wait. Let me change my character here. Start from the bottom. Yeah, this is an extremely inefficient keybind. That's what I was saying earlier. Oh, look, there's like quick buttons, I guess. It's probably easier. Chat, what should I go with? I'm feeling bucket, dude. Fucking brutal. Yeah. All right, I'll go bucket. Now I can host world. How do you work on projects when you have no will or energy? That's self-discipline. You make yourself do things you don't want to do. Field of Doom sounds like a good PvP. I mean, there's really no option. There's no trick to doing something you don't want to do. You just do it anyways, you know. If, like, scheduling may help, you know, telling yourself, I'll work on it for this amount of hours and then take a break. As opposed to, like, just, like, waiting last minute. Fuck. Maybe I shouldn't have done this. Now I'm really underleveled. I could turn into a jug. Israel? Okay. I'm down for a fight. Let's do this. We got a couple here. F2. I'm hitting F2. But it's not beginning PvP. Y'all chose the knight, I see. Alright, let me look through this. Host begin PvP match in multiplayer. Yeah, I hit F2. It's not working. F2? Okay, F3 works, but F2 doesn't? What? None of the buttons do it. Stream laggy. Game sucks. Yeah. Oh, okay. So I can only do it from spawn or something? I don't know. Or maybe it's like just the map. Oh shit. Well, but there's no one on the server but me. And I don't need the controls. You can leave. What? There. Okay, it has started.
Oh shit. You can't lock on, but it is enabled. No, you're stream sniping. Stop it. Get out of here. I can't fight back. You ready for this? Yeah, you better run. I think Starchy's on high ping. Good luck. I can't see HP either. Bye-bye. Next taker, Mr. Bones, come back. Where you running, buddy? Fight's still going. Come back. Roll. Roll into me. It'll be worth it. I'm fighting with a broom and winning. Shit. What you gonna do? You know what? I need battle music. I want everyone to gank up on me and try to take me down. Everyone together. I'm serious. Give me a go. It's such terrible combat. I know you can't really see it, but the controls are ass. Spin, attack, one down. All right. Keep it up. 2 down. Mr. Bones, come here. Last one. I'm looking to get a wipe. This is so... Attack me, guys. Attack me. I'll be your test dummy, alright? Take me out. I've been waiting all stream to do that. The whole stream was just for that joke right there. And it wasn't worth it. That's a keybind, by the way. What the fuck was that, a gunshot? That is a gunshot. One of these characters has a gun. Take me out. Thanks. There's not much else to this game, really. That's, this is the long and short of it. It's not much. Rough around the edges. Combat, could use some improvement. PvP specifically. The actual abilities aren't bad. Like, the balance of it works. It's just the controls and lack of content makes it difficult. Vote. Take a vote on a war? I don't think you really vote on wars. You're overdue. I wasn't trying to die there, I just died. But... yeah, I think the joke's run its course. Time for Team Fort? Yeah, I think so. This game was something, but there's not much more to offer here. I'm sorry, RPG world developers, you gotta step it up. This is just sad. I'm on red team. Oh, is that what's going on? Oh, there's teams. I didn't even realize. That would explain a lot. Team up with me, Mr. Bones. Take him out. Almost. One down. Aggressive clicking engaged. It's like Naruto's log. Colorblind. Can we take a vote to have stream download this and join you? What do you mean vote? You don't need to vote. You can just download it. It's free. But I think I may be done for now. So I would probably not bother. I mean, you can play it if you want on your own time, but honestly, I don't think adding more people would make this any more... It's like lagging. Also, like, if I just spam attack, it'll basically teleport me to you. So I don't even have to run. Saw your team get stomped last session. Yeah, I saw it from a front row seat. Alright, I'm gonna BRB now. This is fucking whack. Thanks,
Great.
RPG.
Thank you.
Thanks, RPG World,
Thanks so
for
much.
what you've offered me. Also, thanks, Scripps. Can you play TF2 Randomizer? I mean, you gave me $1. I can't deny now. I mean, I wanted to just kind of play on Sinister's server and play maybe some Halloween maps, but I can jump on a randomizer for a bit. I'm gonna have to BRB here for a minute or two, though, so let me get a song on. You can stop that. I'll BRB with Team Fort 2 shortly. I'll be on a custom server. Whoops. And the third one was pretty stacked for Banny's team, but, like, they still, like... You know, Banny would do, like, rocket jumper and stuff, so it evened out. The match I played in was not... It wasn't balanced, and they were not going easy on us either, so it was just... I feel like it wasn't even fun, it was just awkward to watch. Like, even as a spectator, you'd have watched that match and just been like... yeah, that's a yikes from me, dog. Okay, yeah. So the exclamation mark IP again. Anyone can join this if they want to. Make sure it got posted. Well done. Double med. I mean, they knew what they were doing. That's how you win. It's just... It wasn't... It's not really about winning. The thing is, the longer each match goes, the more time there are donations to come in for the stream. So you want each match to last longer. That way, like, there are more funny moments and there's more opportunity to donate. So when you get like a super quick match like that, it's just like, it's just not good for anything, you know? That you shot me into your med. Not that it matters, because there's 3 scouts. Final round, specialist only, no meds. There was like a point during the last round where Lazy Purple got like a cap and everyone was like lazy carry. And all I could think of was, it should have fucking been me. It should have fucking been me. What was me? Oh, you know what? I think I can show you. Do we have third person on this server? I don't think we do. Okay, we do. I want to show you guys what I was doing that they didn't show on Toth. And I'm sure this is gonna count as sharing exploits, so please don't report me to Valve. Not that they do anything. You have weapon names off? Do I? What do you? Oh, I don't know. You just don't do anything. There's nothing else I could say about Toth. That's the only thing I did during it. You can ask more questions, but I'm not gonna have anything for you. Just wait for it. I know this is really confusing. Ah, shit, I might not be able to do it. Ah! Okay, so the exploit involves picking up your gun after running out of ammo, and then you'll be T-posing. But the respawn was too long on this map. I lost my chance. Can you say a message? A message? Hey, one of you heavies, drop your gun. Suicide. It's okay, I'll pick yours up and then you can pick up mine after. It'll work out. Put this! This is it. That's the whole joke. You can do this in any server, by the way. A Valve server. Is there a purpose? No. Is it funny? In 2018, not so much. But, if you want to do it, you can. That's all that matters. Easy to pose, spend 200 V-Bucks. Yeah, I saw that. I didn't, I thought that was a joke. Yeah. Now everyone is just gonna be in spawn trying to do that. That's a nice comedic moment right there. This is why I shouldn't have shown you guys this. We need to win the map. I don't think you guys know what the next part of it is. He picked up the ammo. Do you want to be a T-pose heavy? No? Yeah. I wouldn't either. This is why we can't have nice bugs. It's kind of the opposite. This is why we have bugs. Because they're never fixed. Apparently some of the TF2 developers actually donated 2 tip of the hats during it. Chill dropped like a Twitch Prime sub. It's good to know that even if they're not working on updates, they're at least putting their time towards something. Yeah, I found a way to turn that sour. Deal with it. Can we get a story for late time watching? One time when I was at camp, I met this kid with super broad shoulders. That's the story. He was completely anatomically normal in every way. But he's like, you know, like in SFM when you drag the shoulder bones out? He looked like that. That's the only story I could think of off the cuff. Hopefully that'll put you to sleep. Yeah, pretty much a part 1 JoJo character. I think I've told this story, but I'll tell it again because it's kind of relevant to that. When I went to summer camp, the counselors told us that we could only use 2, like, squares of toilet paper. They seriously looked us in the eyes and said, you can only use 2. What you do is you use one to wipe your ass, then you cut a hole in the other one to clean out your nails when you're done. And we were all like, ha, that's funny. But then they just walked out. And everyone kind of knew it was a joke, but I'm worried that there were some kids that didn't and actually tried that. At first, when they told me, I was like 9 or something. So I'm like, oh, this is gonna be hard. But they're the boss. It would have been easier to use like three like clam shells than that. Yeah, camp was weird. I remember one time, my cousin was like part of like a rock climbing, because there was like different like events or something, and the rock climbers would like go out and rock climb. So I went with them, but I was too scared to rock climb, so I just stood at the bottom the whole time. What I've learned is when you're 10 years old, you're many things, but you're not confident. I certainly wasn't. If I could go back, I would have climbed the shit out of that wall. I work at a summer camp, and one of the kids once said I look like a shaven dog. We're all kind of shaven dogs when you think about it. Mammalian. I mean, not really, but I'm just trying to make dialogue. No friendlies on the FUNKe server. You want that? You go to Lazy Purple Silly Server number 2. You don't come to FUNKe's Grotto. Or I guess Sinister's Lair. I don't want a cactus. My vote's no. Nah, I was outdoor rock climbing. But it was like it wasn't even that big of a thing. I remember that my mom would give me money to like buy food or whatever. And I'd have a certain amount allotted per week, and I spent it all on sour straw candy. 90% of my funds that my mom gave me went to sour straw candy. I do not know why they would trust a 10-year-old with money. But I don't regret it. They would still feed us. I didn't have to, like, pay for actual food, but that was, like, snack money. It was supposed to go towards, like, apple juice and graham crackers and sandwiches. I cannot eat sour straw gummies anymore because I OD'd. I wouldn't trust me today with money.
I'm the coolest.
Spy?
Dead it's been 5 months since he gave
Oh.
money, now love me.
Did I get team swapped? I was totally blanked out there. I don't... 5 months. You gotta get to nano level before I even consider loving you. And even then, he doesn't have it. He has, like, passing respect. Checking in, how has Twitch been working so far? I mean, the stream hasn't gone down yet, so mostly working. I know what you mean. I have fun. Wow, that was really good timing.
Wow, MGM Kring, you called me out.
Ow. Thanks, Nano. Yeah, well, actually, you just hit 32, so now you have a semblance of love. Not real love, but semblance. Thnika kid? Thnika kid. What kind of name is that? Now I'm not the only one with a 2-year sub badge. Oh fuck, my audio's cutting out. Thanks, Sloth. Like .1 love. I'd say 0.01 love. Ever since I was dumped, Funk has lost his ability to love. I've never been dumped, though. But I've lost my ability to love. But that's irrelevant. You can sub to yourself? No, but you automatically get a sub to yourself. Just by, I don't know. Twitch just considers you a sub to yourself, even though I don't give myself money. Although at one point I was paying for money to have a sub on a bot. It's just growing up. How long do you plan on streaming? I don't know. It's not going to be a super long one. I just figured I'd play around on the server for like an hour or so. Just a little while. Twitch has to give you access. Yeah. I mean, they could just make a separate rank for like for your own emotes, but I don't know. There's no reason not to just do it the way they do. I was gonna let them do it. You got me. You got me, Sloth. You killed the streamer. What's it like being a heavy main? Alright, I'm gonna clear this up for the 100th time now. I'm not a heavy main. I play heavy. I like playing heavy. Maining classes is stupid. Don't do it. Unless you're making a living off of it, Uncle Dane. Play what you need. Sorry, Master Frog. I know that was a little embarrassing. One tricking classes is stupid. I agree. Sorry, should have high-fived you. How do you feel about Pyro? I would be okay with him being removed from the game. I know they're not going to, but give me a reason for him to exist. Give me a role that he provides that something else doesn't. Don't say spy checking, because Heavy can do that. Anyone can do that, it's just called turning around, really. Deflecting, maybe? Has anyone ever gotten deflected and not felt unfair? I would argue that removing that would be just fine. Extinguishing fire? Well, if you got rid of the fire, then you wouldn't really need to extinguish it, now would you? See what I mean? Yeah, I've talked about Dota. It was a charity event, and it was for the kids. But I got fucking gypped that match, and that's a fact. That's all. Give Flog Air Blast. Yeah. What could go wrong? Is this enclosure? Humidity. It looks like enclosure. Looks nothing like it. Or it looks like it, but not enough. Ever been invited? Nah, I have not. If they ever do, I'll go. But I have not. Pyro exists as a combo class with the others. Give it, like how? Because it helps engineers take off sappers? Isn't that kind of... I mean, yeah, you could argue that's teamwork, but you could also argue that's just removing one of the Engi's flaws, which is that he's susceptible to spy. I mean, there are other classes that can kill the spy. Just leave the engineer. Like, it's not like that's a necessary addition. Like, there were years before that the Homewrecker existed. What other thing does Pyro combo with? I can't think of one. Make Flog default. I'd be okay with it. I'd be okay if they removed all the launchers except Flog. It wouldn't give him a purpose, but at least like it would be less annoying. I mean, it's Flog, it'll still be annoying, but I don't know. Easier to handle. It'll be annoying for pubs, but in comp play, wouldn't be that bad. Ooh, nice escape. I see Pyro as I see Spy and Sniper. Spy and Sniper were almost designed to work together. The Spy getting work done, but Pyro needs other classes to distract to get his work done, but when he does, who boy? But in a comp setting, he doesn't.
On the outside world these days.
Even
so I think that puts it in that category. Just curious, don't flamme MPLZ.
I feel like dead would imply forgotten as well. I know dead doesn't necessarily mean forgotten, but generally when you think of a dead game, you think of something no one even, like, remembers. TF2 is still, you know, ingrained, at least in some ways, into mainstream culture. Especially, like, Overwatch kind of resurged people's memory of it in a lot of ways, even if they didn't start playing it. I get people ask that a lot. I think TF2 is stagnant. Not necessarily dead. Though you could certainly raise an argument that it's losing traction. And I think I'd agree with that argument. But I feel like calling the game dead is just a dramatic way to look at it, you know? Like, the closest thing to that I could say is I find it highly implausible TF2 will get larger than it has been. I don't think I have any confidence that TF2 will, like, get, like... Because, like, what was the highest player number count TF2 ever got? Like, 104,000 on a Halloween? I don't think that's ever going to get topped, honestly. I don't think Valve is going to do what it takes to resurge competitive. Now, that's not to say it can't happen, because it can. I just don't think it's going to. But I wouldn't say the game's dead. I just wouldn't say it's growing. That's probably like that's probably the easiest way I can say it without stepping on toes. It's been 200 days since Blue Moon. That's not even close to the longest TF2 has gone without a patch. Is someone arguing that? Because if they are, that's dumb, but it's been an extremely long time, and TF2 is in a fragile state right now. Here's the problem. If they're not gonna make the game competitive, then why take this long? Just release, like, community maps and items, right? If you're not gonna make the game competitive, there's no excuse for taking this long. If you're going to make the competitive, there's even less excuse for taking this long. Because the longer you take, the less people care. And after a certain amount of time, you just, like, it's just never gonna, it's not gonna happen, right? So you wanna get it done quick. So why? There's no reason to be waiting, whether it's competitive or casual. No reason either way, and yet they still are. That is why people are upset it's been so long since Blue Moon. Not because it's, like, the longest we've ever gone. it's because there's really no excuse to wait that long in the first place. TF2 ain't dead, it's comfortable, had its best moments, reached its height multiple times. TF2 ain't dead or is dying, it's retired. You wanna look at the glass half empty. It's all about perspective. I would say the things that made me love TF2 never quite got to be what they should have been. So I wouldn't say it earned a retirement. Whereas someone that just plays it for, like, goofy content might say, yeah, I got my fill. But even then, a lot of those people would probably argue that casual isn't as... like, there's very little community in TF2 now, I feel like. The only community exists is out of the game. It's on, like, the Reddits, or the forums, or the, competitive leagues. There's really not server communities like there used to be. You know, they're trying to push the game in a competitive route without doing the hard work involved. But they removed the stuff that made the game casually friendly, so there's really nothing for either group. It's just a weird place to be, I guess. I remember there is one server, a Saxton Hill Death Run. I cannot remember the server chain, but there is a specific server I would go on pretty much like daily. Like every day after school, I'd get on this, or no, it was a death run. There was a Saxton Hill and a death run. I think it was called Saxton Hill Death Run. I'd go on that server pretty much every day. There was a community of people that would also be on it like every day. I would talk to those people. There were people I'd have added because they'd be on it often too. I don't think you really get that experience anymore in TF2. I think you jump into a match, you don't know any of the people in it. Unless it's something like this where it's like a YouTuber server, but even then, you know, that's not the TF2 server community, that's just, you know, this is like my community, almost. You see what I mean? Like, not much community to it anymore. There aren't any real pugs in the game itself. You need to use out. There's hardly even pugs outside of it either. Aside from like Face It, when Banny is streaming, there's actually the pugs are usually pretty dead for TF2. I mean, you can still get into pugs actively if you're queuing at the right time, but like, you look at like Mixed Champ and Pug Champ and even like TF2 Center, and they don't have the numbers that they could. And I don't even use Face It enough to know how active that is. I imagine it's got a scene, but nothing to get comfortable with. I wanted to play in the pub segments of Toth, but the server was full. Dota people were supposed to get a reserve slot, but I guess I didn't get one, so I couldn't join. Banny is streaming. Yeah, he plays TF2. I'd be shocked to hear he's not streaming it. It's alright, I got my jump off. I get you wanted the conga, I just didn't want to die. In my opinion, one of the major factors in a game's death decline is a lack of advertising. TF2 hasn't had any advertising since 09 with the Adult Swim ad. That was later than 09. And it has been steadily declining along with the lack of updates. I agree. That's actually a really good... That ties into probably one of the biggest problems with making TF2 a competitive game. Even though they're slow to do the work, they did the work with Blue Moon, right? But then they didn't advertise it. It was just like a hotfix fucking update. So all of the people that tuned into Jungle Inferno and went, comp sucks, fuck this, I'm not playing it. Or not Jungle Inferno, the one before it, Meet Your Match. They tuned into that, said comp sucks, I'm never playing that shit. and then they fixed it in Blue Moon, all of those people still, to this day, probably don't realize it's working. I guarantee you, half of, like, the TF2 player base doesn't realize that comp TF2 is mostly functional now. Which, by the way, I didn't even think... Look, think about that. Every time I've streamed TF2, I've immediately played comp, and even I fucking forgot to even do it. Because I just know it's dead. That's the problem. They need to advertise. They need to tell people, hey, comp's working, cute. There's not much else I can say I haven't said, but... Incentivize, incentivize, incentivize. Is all I need to say. Oh, it's still set to RPG Maker, ain't it? Hold up. I am not playing RPG Maker, though TF2 would make for a great RPG. I updated it, but I guess it didn't go through. No, it says TF2. You may have to refresh. Boggles my mind is that Blue Moon wasn't advertised as major. Only thing I could think of was that they didn't have artists. This is my game theory, and I don't know if it's fact, but my theory is they wanted to fix it as soon as possible, and Blue Moon was probably the soonest they were comfortable, and they were like, hey, should we make this a major update? Oh, we don't have any artists on hand. Alright, well then just release it. It'll be fine. It wasn't fine. Hey. Casper. Scouting our backlines. Also, as you can see, I'm kind of no-braining this match right now. I'm just doing my standard... You know what? I'll do the full standard walk around using lock only. Because this is probably the weapon I have the most fun with right now. This and the big kill. Like... I mean, I get, like, everyone wants to discuss what went wrong, but honestly, I'm just sick of talking about it. It's the same reason I really don't have any TF2 videos I plan on making for a while. What is there to say that hasn't been said? By anyone? Even, like, not even, like, stuff I've said. I imagine many of you in chat saying what you're saying, it's probably not the first time you've typed that out. It's probably not the first time you've said that to a friend, right? Like... Talked about, man, I wish TF2 was still going hard. It's just like, it's tiresome. Like, I just wanna fucking play TF2 and not think about what could have been. That's where I am in life right now. Yeah, being a broken record is surprisingly boring. You want to talk about TF2 stuff? Alright. Halloween. I have the exact same problem. What is there to say that I can't say about Halloween? They're not gonna fucking do anything. They're gonna re-release contracts. Enjoy it. 8 months in the making. Not like we have anything else to show for a fucking year of hard work. Hi from Toth. Hi from my house in Georgia. Jill. When's the last time we got unusual effects? I feel like it's been a long time since we got unusuals. They usually do like Halloween taunt unusuals and stuff, don't they? But I don't think they did last year. 2016 October. Yeah, it's been a little while then. Although, to be honest, I think we're at a point we don't really need any more effects. Like, there's a lot of yankety-jankety effects already. I don't need more. You're gonna add more. Don't have them be too gaudy. That's my one request. Sorry, Master Frog. You know, Calamari, you deserve that after what you did. Later. I can't. I'm sorry. Neither of... You know what? Yeah. We'll call it a draw. Stalemate. We need Uncle Dane's face as an unusual. Yeah, they should do that. Just have his loadout circling around the NG's head. See if you can revolver this. Yep, he's gone. Nice. Why not? Haywire, let's do it. Not too gaudy, hard for the TF team. I'm very conflicted about cosmetics in TF2 because it's like... I don't want them to keep fucking with the art style. But it's already like fucked beyond repair. So why haven't they just embraced it and really like added hats every other month? My guess would be is they don't want there to be too many that it like ruins the economy or something, but it doesn't seem like they care that much about the economy anyways. I know they care. I know like the reason they didn't add a metal sink is because they don't want to fuck with it, but I don't know. Based on the way they treat it, it wouldn't seem that way. Where am Funk? Add banan. Dota 2, years ago, I think, had this thing where they updated, specifically because I think they updated the engine to the game, so, or they redid a lot of the character models, so they had item creators remodel their items to be, like, to be better, or, like, to fit it. I feel like it'd be cool if, like, I don't know, they just contacted a lot of the item creators and had them update a lot of the old items to look better, or just... I don't know, just had some sort of overhaul, because there's a lot of items in the game that clearly are low poly, or they're broken, or they're busted. Some sort of, like, big update would be cool. Item creators do it, yeah, but, like, they do it like, they just... It's just, like, if you want to, which is fine. They're not obligated to. But if Valve did a call to arms, you would see a lot more actually happen. There's a lot of item creators that probably would, but they just haven't thought about it. There are probably some item creators who just assume it won't get updated. I think the guy that made, like, the Jumper's Jeep cap, that green soldier hat with the goggles, I think that actually did end up getting updated, but, like, he updated that years ago, and it wasn't implemented for a long time. Queenie has accepted Anarchy Noire's Wowie. Congratulations. Anyways. They could also manually do it themselves, adding art, color or paintability to items that don't have it. Woe is me. Yes, I remember the hazmat incident quite well. High off rare candies. I remember that name. I still think it's great. What if they did their research for the banana hat and hippies actually wore a banana hat in the 60s? I was born in 1953. I actually held Burning Man single-handedly, and I can confirm we did not wear banana hats. Ooh, technically an air shot. Yeah, I held Burning Man physically. Ooh. I'm waiting for another Woodstock I can attend that one. Yeah, I'm on Sin server. I think it's about full, but the IP is exclamation mark IP. People want to join. It just makes me feel bad because I see what everyone's saying in chat, but like, I literally don't think there's anything people can talk about TF2 that I haven't discussed or seen discussed, you know, 100 times. Give me one controversial thing to discuss about TF2 that no one here has thought about. Random crits. Comic 7? Maybe? No women? That has been discussed a lot over the years. I mean, you know, like that item that adds like cats onto your back or like dogs? What if those are female animals? What if all of the animal pets are female? Maybe there are females in TF2. Almost said Overwatch. Are you saying the dogs are bitches? Yes. That is exactly what I'm saying. A comp season with custom maps? Do you mean community comp or in-game? Because I don't think either is plausible. Random damage bullet spread? That's just the baby brother of random crits. Like, that gets talked about. What are the classes? What do they get paid? Is this corporate warfare even economically viable? Yeah, we know that. Because that's how Demo Man paid for, like, his house and all that. Bad idea incoming. Bad idea outcome. He's fucking fallen into the floor. Why not just try to buy out the other brother? Or spend all the money on lawyers? Because it's TF2 lore. And you're trying to apply sense and rational thinking to the characters. That's why. Why are they fighting over gravel in the first place? Anyone that's fighting over gravel is not going to bother with lawyers. Also, after the shit they've done, I don't think they'd want to be in a legal situation or court of law at all. They got dirt on each other. Dirt and gravel. Here's a question that probably hasn't been discussed. What do you guys think will be the largest the content of the largest update next year to TF2? What do you think it'll pertain to? Keep in mind, we haven't gotten the Christmas update, so we may very well get heavy content then. But we could also maybe get it tomorrow. Or, not tomorrow, next year. I fucking wish tomorrow. Bug fixes. Yeah, that sounds about right. Frankly, I don't even think we'll get heavy content at Christmas. I think that'll... if that's even happening, will be next year. It's weird. Between, like, me being less, up to date with the TF2 community and Valve's oddly, like, large amount of silence, I just... There's nothing to guess. You couldn't even make an estimate of what they're doing. They could literally announce the game is being canceled 20 years after development. And you know, it would be plausible. It's been so silent. That I think there's very few things that even, like, are worth bothering thinking about with TF2. I think the one question that racks my brain is just like, what are their plans? What are their intentions? What do they want as developers? Do they want the game to become competitive? Do they want to add more casual content? Are they tired of making casual content? I think it's actually rather plausible to say that there's less, like, you could count on one hand the amount of people, sorry talking. You could count on one hand the amount of people at Valve that care about TF2, and I think that's the issue. Like one hand, not two, a single hand, maybe, like, not even counting the thumb. You could count max 2 to 3 people want to see TF2 turn into something. And that's the root of the problem. I don't know that. I don't mean to say that as if it's fact. From the outside, it seems like there's just not enough hands to engineer, you know, what the game needs. Let's start talking about the universe again. So how do dimensions work? How does that 4th dimension work? I know you can, like, stack each dimension on top of each other, but what happens when you pass 3? It's incomprehensible to humans. You couldn't even imagine it. Illustrations wouldn't even do it justice. Is there an alternate universe where TF2 actually gets updated? Nah, even in a world of infinite possibilities, somehow I still think that's implausible. The 4th dimension is just time. It's not, though. All dimensions are observable. Time is not observable. Spatial. Spatial pertains to... Technically, you could call time spatial because, like, to be somewhere, you have to say what time you're there. But... still, in terms of dimensions, time is not actually a dimension. That's a misconception. You ever join the squishy but appreciation group from your 3-year... Yeah, I was in it for like 3 years. I eventually left it because I left like all my Steam groups, but I was in it for a while. It grew exponentially since that video. There was some random, like... There's, like, some random, like, 400-person group from 2008 called, like, Pyro Sucks and He Needs to Be Removed from the Game. And I set it as my default group. And it got up to, like, 4,000 members in a few months. I don't know what it... Like, it went viral or something. Either way, I left that too. Thoughts on anime boobies? I think they're the meaning of life. Here's a good one. How can MVM be improved? Improved? By being updated at all. Preach, brother. Einstein's space-time is not actually true now. What was his theory? Never heard the name Einstein. Could you elaborate? You don't have to be a weeaboo to you know what? I ain't getting into this. I got nothing to prove. And I'm only in one dead Steam group. Oh, I got him. Oh, that's Relos. You're the fucking dude that kept messing with my server. Or messing with me. Good riddance. I was scared of Spy. I made an entire video about MVM and how it needs to be updated. There's so many things that need to be done. Oh, there's a lot that the game mode needs. In my opinion, I'd rather see the rest of the game updated before MVM. MVM is low priority for me. But if you were to update it, there is a lot that you could do. It's just, honestly, I wouldn't even know it anymore. I haven't played it in years. Minus like the one time I played it on stream a little while ago. You're gonna run at the lock and load heavy? Because I wouldn't. Nope. They don't need to force people to work on it, no. Because then there would be no heart in the update. Valve... Valve has a very glass cannon approach to creating games. They only work on what they want, so what they do make is generally very good, very genuine. However, that also means that if they don't feel like working on something, nothing will happen for a long time. That said, I still think I'd prefer that a bit more than forcing themselves to make content they don't want to make. I would rather them... I don't know. It's hard to approach this because... Should Valve just bite the bullet and have people make TF2 content regardless of if they want to? Or is it better to let the game fizzle out and die? I think you could state an argument that the game fizzling out over time is better than it getting content Valve doesn't care to put effort into. I think, personally, I would prefer, on the, like, off chance some more people at Valve suddenly cared, but I don't think you can make them care. And I'm not going to try to make them care. I've gotten to a point where what happens, happens. You know, if the game doesn't become what I'd like it to be, then that's just, frankly, what I expected. And if it becomes what I wanted to be, then I'm happily proven wrong. You know what I mean? I feel like that's the only way you can approach this anymore. There's no healthy way to approach it optimistically, I don't feel like. Oh, I love this map. It's good for spamming. Yeah, it's a Firewatch map. It's not hard to take the actions we know. Oh, I agree with that. I think there's a lot that TF2 could use that doesn't require, you know, fucking being ecstatic to work on the game. I think a lot of the bugs and adding hats now and then doesn't require being super into it or anything. Kinda sad to hear talk about how to look at TF2 in regards to its future. Yeah, but it's kind of the reality of the situation, you know? I don't think it's healthy at this point of the game to try and pretend that there aren't legitimate concerns. Now, that said, I'm not ever going to disparage someone for looking at it optimistically. I know there's a lot of content creators and streamers that... People like, I know Dane has a very optimistic approach, and I know Banny looks at it like he's like, you know, it's an eventuality. The game will get there, you just have to give it time. My perspective's different. It doesn't make mine right, doesn't make theirs wrong. It's just, I feel like mine sets myself up for less heartbreak, you know? So have any hope for anything with substance in an update? I mean, I'm sure there's going to be more updates with substance. I don't think they're done making, like, large updates. Wow, good aim, Demo Man. I just don't think it's going to be content where content is necessary. I reckon the content we'll get is going to be primarily contracts, and pretty much anything that works like seasonally. Stuff that works for a short term but not long term. And you know, if you want my optimistic outlook, I think we'll eventually get incentives for comp play. I think they'll eventually experiment with the map pool and classes more. However, I think it may very well be too late when they actually do it. You know, what's the point of having incentives to play comp when the year is 2022 and people have moved on? When all the people that waited patiently gave up, and all of the people that never cared in the first place still don't care. What do you do then, Valve? What's your plan? That's my concern. What is their plan that accounts for it being fucking 15 years later and people just flat out aren't interested? Having a functional product, for as great as TF2 of a game as it is, my favorite game I've ever played, bar none, probably my favorite esport I've ever played, and it very well be my favorite I will have ever played. What does that matter when there's a lack of interest? Yeah, all the updates after Meet Your Match was making up for what they fucked up. I don't think this is the case right now, and I think that they can change this, but I think there is a future where years from now, people look back and Meet Your Match is just sort of regarded as, like, sort of the downward spiral, for lack of a better phrase. Like Meet Your Match was the straw that broke the camel's back. Like, had that gone well, things might have gone different. That right now, it seems like that. Depending on what you love about the game, obviously. If you don't care about comp, then you probably didn't care that much. Although you could argue that pushing the game competitively made it less fun. Was that an Emperor Lemon reference? What? I don't really watch him, so... No, but you're welcome to consider it one. I have watched some of him. If it wasn't intentional. The reference. Downward spiral? No, I was just using the phrase downward spiral. That's just a phrase. Just a common English idiom, my dude. Ah! I thought end of the line was the downward spiral? Nah. End of the line is like, you know when you look at a graph that starts going down and there's like a little peak right before the actual end, but it's not, that wasn't actually the start of it, it was just a sort of a down peak in the curve. That's kind of what end of the line was. That was a standalone thing. Although you could certainly argue that since end of the line, there's been a lot more questionable updates. End of the line was a letdown, but that wasn't, like, telling. Like, when end of the line happened, it wasn't like, oh shit, it's all downhill from here. When end of the line happened, people still trusted Valve to some degree. So, at that point, it was just like, oh, I'm disappointed in you. It wasn't, I've given up on you. I think Meet Your Match was the I've given up on you update. Would you rather have a new Valve IP or a new big TF2 update? Honest answer, a new IP. I think even if they released a big TF2, like, that's exactly what Jungle Inferno was. A big TF2 update. Do I want another big Jungle Inferno? No. I don't want another Jungle Inferno. I want consistent support over a long span of time. I don't want a singular update with some good stuff. It needs to be consistent. Thus, I'd rather have a new IP, because they would give that new IP consistent support. if they made a new, like, FPS game to sort of be, like, the spiritual successor of TF2, that, you know, that'd actually be a pretty awesome outcome. And frankly, I think that's more probable than TF2 getting researched. And again, I still think TF2 is... That guy's name is Funk. That's not Funk. I still think there's plenty to TF2 that makes it worth playing. And I still think there's a potential, but... I don't know. I think when you're dealing with Valve, you kind of have to deal with reality. And the reality is, they don't really care as much as you or I do. New IP, Fortress of 2 teams. Yeah, I don't get why they don't advertise it. That just seems silly to me. I imagine Valve's viewpoint is something like this. It's the #1 free-to-play game on Steam. Steam is the biggest platform of PC gaming, and I think the biggest platform of gaming, period, really. They are their own advertising. But they don't... What they fail to realize is that seeing TF2 free-to-play, download now, doesn't tell you what's happening with the game. Seeing Jungle Inferno update out now doesn't tell you about what competitive has to offer. That's not marketing. That's just that's placing a billboard, but that's not what the game needs. I think that's the advertising they need. Specialized advertising to raise awareness about changes to the game. Not just saying, hey, download game. Need ammo. Think we can ever get another game like TF2 with games like Overwatch? I think in our lifetime we'll see another large game like one of them. I don't see why I wouldn't. I mean, there's not really evidence before us. You gotta keep that in mind. Like, we're kind of at the highest gaming's ever been. Every year that passes, gaming just gets bigger. So logically speaking, it's not gonna, like, just randomly die. Here's where my concern is. If let's say like 80 years into the future, VR will be the future of gaming. How are you gonna do mobility in gaming? The #1 drawback to VR esports is it's nauseating to move. And games like TF2 or Overwatch excel in movement mechanics. So, if we ever get another game like this, it ain't gonna be futuristic. I think it's gonna be analog. But that's just getting into futurology. This map is Firewatch BR. Good looking map. Bit stalematey. Take down TF2 for a year, then re-release it as a new game. I don't think that'd do anything. I don't think refurbishing TF2 would really give it what it deserves. I think releasing a spiritual successor would net more success than trying to reinvent the wheel. I guess that is what spiritual successors are, but, like, I don't know. It's tricky to market. How do you market a 10-year-old game as fresh and brand new? TF2, like, it's funny because people that played TF2 in 2007, if they picked up the game today, it would literally be a completely different game. I don't think there'd be anything the same in 07, aside from maybe it has the same maps, but even then, a lot of them have been tweaked, right? It's fundamentally a completely different game with the same concept. So, you could argue that it is a different game, but I don't think you could ever truly, like, convince a global demographic to try it again because it's different. You know what I mean? And I think that's sort of, like, the biggest rattle in the plan. You know, like, whether or not the game deserves to be, you know, resurged, it probably won't because it's a victim of circumstance almost. Wow! And I'm sorry this is a downer stream, but, you know, I'm playing the game. I gotta give my opinions. There's a reason I don't stream it every week. Because there's... You know, I couldn't handle talking about this shit daily either. Watch comp TF2 from '07 from what is it now? That'd give people a good idea of how to... Okay, here's the funny thing. The actual... What do you call it? The class... The meta was actually established pretty quick in TF2. I think in like 2008, it was established. You have one demo, one medic. And, you know, they tried with different, like, soldier scout stuff. But it was more or less the same meta. However... The classes all fundamentally worked very differently. The crossbow didn't exist. The NG couldn't move buildings. There was an air blast. There's a lot... Yeah, the game played completely differently. Gay anime villain? Oh, so Dio? My non-TF2 streams aren't downers. They're uppers. I'm generally pretty... I don't know. TF2 is like almost an exception to my personality in some regards. Like, I'd call myself a pretty dry person, but generally I don't look for excuses to talk shit unless I feel it's justified. And TF2, I feel like... It sort of pulled out all the tough love from me. Like, all I can say these days is what I want changed because I want the game to be better. And because I know it's not going to happen, or certainly not anytime soon, it just makes it more frustrating. Gotta pause for a second. Source 2 ain't happening, boys. It just ain't. The only situation Source 2 happens is Gabe Newell fucking knocks down the door, goes, Gaben, hey everyone, we're switching all our games to Source 2. Do it now. And even then, it would take 3 years. But that's the only scenario. FUNKe gives out good music recommendations? Do I? Listen to the Flaming Lips, now on Spotify. Anyways, my point was just that TF2 just brings me down to a mellow level at this point. Alright, we're almost there. Just down 2 more. Yeah, it's not even like we need Source 2. That's just like... that's just like a... hey, you care. Honestly, I think porting to Source 2 would be more effort than it's worth. But the problem is, like, are you using the time any more wisely if you're not gonna do that? Like... I don't think Source 2 is worth your time because there's too many other things to focus on. But they aren't even focusing on those other things, so why not do one or the other? You're not doing either now. It's just like weird. TV Girl's one of my favorite bands. I'm super happy you use them. Dude, they're one of fucking my favorites. What would you even call TV Girl? They're like lo-fi. I don't know. They're good though. They're their own genre. Nice, nice. I would call them like experimental lobby music. When are you gonna finish So You Want a Main? I don't plan on it. that series is sort of in the past for me. It's I don't know. I don't feel like I'm the same person I was when I made those. Especially when it comes to TF2. I'm a bit more serious. What do you think of lo-fi? I've recently kind of gotten into it, but I've never really heard any opinions on it. Lo-fi, do you mean like as a concept? Like just lo-fi music? Because I like the aesthetic of lo-fi. I think it can be used in a cliche way to get like lo-fi beats. Hey, I added a VHS filter to some Adventure Time footage, and then I added a drum beat to like a classical song. It's lo-fi. I think that's cheap. But I think the aesthetic of like pots and pans, you know, homemade, homebrewed kind of music. I like that kind of idea. Like lo-fi. I like true lo-fi. Lo-fi beats to die to. Wow. Thanks. I'm glad I took the time out of my day. And it only took them, you know, 6 minutes to actually abandon. RGL invite Highlander, please. Keck. I guess I'll queue again. Alright, I'm back on Sinister server, !IP, if you want to join it. I'm gonna swap the map. This one is a little buggedy. When I talked to Sinister and we had Halloween maps, but they might not actually be in the rotation yet, so we'll probably have to come back another day for that. See what Sludge Puddle has. Get someone to send your what does TF2 video need. Oh, I'm pretty confident they've already seen it. I don't have any, like, and I haven't sent it myself, but as much as I know about the team, they keep up with the community silently. They watch a lot of the content. They watch streams in the office. I could be on their fucking screen right now. Watch my video, Jill. But I'm pretty confident in that they've probably seen the video already. And I'm also pretty confident they're not going to listen to a single thing I said. But they know. This is a weird map. When I heard sludge, I thought it'd be like Halloweeny, but it's not weenie at all. What are they even supposed to do? They're understaffed and won't get support. If you have one person in the office, you have no excuse to not communicate. Honestly, you don't have to be a writer to make a blog post updating the community on what you're doing. Yes, they are understaffed and they're not capable of putting out large updates. I'm not saying that they're obligated to. But I would argue they are obligated to communicate with their very tight-knit community. It's a 10-year-old game. It's to the gaming world, it's on its last leg. The least you can do is give your players that are, you know, essentially your job, literally your job, give them the courtesy and respect of, hey, we're working. It doesn't even have to say what they're working on. You know, like I say this in the video, so I won't go in depth. But you know, like how they used to do updates where they're just like, this is cut content. It's never gonna get added, but it's funny. So here's what it is. You can't do that. You gotta have a writer on hand. Even if you need a writer, you can't fucking walk down the hall and say, hey, Tony, literally write up a blog post. Takes 8 minutes, and it will satiate 100,000 people minimum. I know there's more players, but like, I would say 100,000's a good, like, people that really want to know A lot of people, basically. It wouldn't be that hard. They choose not to. Do not get it misconstrued that they're too understaffed to be able to do these things. These are the basic responsibilities of a game developer. Even if they have a standard they want to uphold for their, like, blog posts and being funny, they have the assets. They have the money. They have the tools. They have the amount of people working at Valve that can just walk in. They have a mount. They can go up to someone and ask. Everything TF2 doesn't get, they choose not to do. A bit of a blanket statement, but like... they're not even doing bare minimum, is my point. They could... you know what I mean. I don't need to repeat it. We made a BDSM compilation, TF2 viewers. Yeah. Yes, you do. I wasn't here. Check the VOD. It ain't muted. Alright. Want to take bets on if this game gets abandoned? Hentai Fapper made it in, so... if he can make it in, then I don't imagine anyone else has an excuse. You should quit TF2 for Bed Wars. You know what's funny? I get more viewers on Minecraft streams than TF2. I generally don't even check viewer numbers, but... that's just weird. Bed Wars it is. If I lose this competitive match, I'm becoming a Bed Wars YouTuber. Minecraft will never die. Yeah, until they add a voxel mode to Fortnite. A barrier to entry might help. The beta was great and you had to pay. Well, no. That's the opposite of what we need. We need more accessibility to comp. You have to pay for it? It's gonna fucking be dead. I get what you mean, like, the quality of games will be better, but you're gonna get, like, it already takes, like, hours to get a match. If you made it pay to join, then you're not even gonna get a match. Your game can't be higher quality if you don't get a game. You know what I mean? Yeah, you can't throw a price tag on this. It's just not plausible. Much obliged. I'll do it. I'll do it. I couldn't do it. How's editing of the video going? I mean, it's a long, but honestly, at this point, it's just been out of laziness. I've struggled to really figure out how I want to balance streaming and videos. I just enjoy streaming much more, but I know that videos are kind of, you know, man's gotta do what a man's gotta do. But it's a long. I think I could get it out this week. Red team, hello? You're the TF2 development team? No, because I actually talk to you people. Hey, you ain't gonna fucking jump me like that, are ya? You know, because you said that it won't. That's fair. That is fair. You and Dane are my only hope for TF2. Alright, 1, Lazy Purple's got it locked down. 2, trust me, I don't belong on that list. You're gonna see a lot more TF2 from them than me. Merge FUNKe and FUNKe. I don't want to do that. I think those are two different, it's two different types of content. You sell yourself short? No, I don't mean it like I don't make good content. I mean, I don't think I don't think I'm gonna be making big TF2 videos for years to come. And I don't mean that like, I hate TF2, I'll never make a video. I just mean like, I don't have the drive to make stuff covering TF2 when I'm constantly in a bad mood when I talk about the game. I like playing it, but I'm in a bad mood when I talk about it. I think of this, like, you could, like, if you look at my last 3 videos, they all sort of bleed into each other. Because I kind of, it's not officially, but the last few TF2 videos of mine are more almost a series of just putting all my thoughts into words. And at this point, most of my thoughts are kind of already put into words, you know? Like, there's not much else I could say. There's more you could say about the game, but it's not the same. I mean, a lot of TF2 content's been covered, but if you got an eye for like creativity, you can make some good stuff. That said, it ain't exactly a full well. Like, most of the interesting stuff you can do really relies a lot on not even like TF2 itself, it's just like presentation. Like, you look at a Lazy Purple video, and there's a lot of source filmmaker and stuff like that. It's probably the reason I've used SFM a lot in a lot of my videos, just because it's, you know, it's a lot easier than just watching footage of a commentary. I like Rocket League, fun game. I'm not very good at it. I never got good at air shotting in Rocket League, and all my friends were good at it. I played on a competitive team in Rocket League with Tyke and Voltroid. They were both way better at it than I was. I would play goalie, and even then I would miss a lot. I'd say Rocket League's probably one of my preferred, like, kill 20-minute games. You think Overwatch will last? Yeah, as long as Blizzard has money. They won't let that game die, no matter how much it should die. Oh, that was 2? I didn't even realize we capped 1. Well, GG. How do they convince? I agreed to it. I just played a lot of Rocket League. I wanted to play. Oh, nice dick. 2 dicks. Double dicks. I think if Blizzard hadn't made Overwatch League, Overwatch would be, oh, I wouldn't say dead, but no one would really be giving that game time of day if not for Overwatch League. I think the drawing ability at the end of a comp match is good in theory, but only in theory, not in practice. Yeah, I saw the Overwatch Lego. That's, it's really something. Yeah, I won it, so I can't be a Bed Wars YouTuber. I think I'll try to get, like, one more comp match in, and that's gonna be my daily limit. Drawing killed TF2. So much for that. If Valve or Gabe listened, they could add stuff from TF2 community that people make and then add that stuff to the game to make it more alive. I'd argue otherwise. The extent of community content is mostly hats and designs, but they're not balanced. And like there's like maps and stuff, but I don't think the game needs to add 10 maps. The game has enough maps. It needs formats to play the maps within. It needs reasons to play the game for more than just, I don't know, trading. It needs more than just, hey, you can dress up your character. Well, I want some progression. I don't just want to dress up my character. I'm kind of confused why they don't do contracts more. You'd think they would have year-round contracts, like just some coming out every 4 months, but no. I guess they don't want to overdo it. Instead of overdoing, they underdid it. Underdid. This is what I mean by TF2 is a victim of circumstance. It was bred, raised, it was born, bred, and raised to be like a meme game. It's a one-off meme. Hey, I'm gonna play this shit with my college friends for 10 hours and then not really play it again. That's kind of what the game was presented and advertised as. Whereas, under the surface, it's actually pretty deep. But they never advertised it as such, so it will never truly be recognized as that. I think that's sort of the reality of the situation. Play MC idle maps. Man, I've done like 4 FUNKcraft streams in a row, and you guys still aren't fucking satiated, alright? Wipe the drool out of your mouth. Speak up, I can't hear you. Oh, right, I'm sorry. I'll turn up. Got a Rocket League fan reward to get up to. I'll see ya later, man. It's also a shame because the TF2 comics are pretty fucking hilarious, but they're not really, they're gonna be niche for most of their lives, I reckon. They're just gonna be something if you play TF2 you love. Otherwise, you probably don't really care. Yep, I saw that. Watching TF2's regression is just watching a fetus being choked through its umbilical cord. That's actually a really good metaphor. It's getting choked by its mother's umbilical cord. It's really, like, that's really gory and fucked up, but that's actually very accurate. However, I would argue that this baby's been born. This is more like bad parenting to a 30-year-old that, like, the mom won't let him move out and become its own thing. They're just letting them crash. Like, yeah, you're my son, you're great, you can always live here, you don't have to be anything greater than just my son. People know you because you're my son. Yeah, you walk around the house in your fucking underwear, and you shower maybe once every 5 months, but you're my son, and I love you. I'm not gonna give you any financial support and help you move out, but I love you. Very complex way to say Valve bad. Beep. I don't think that goes there. Other characters I dislike the portrayal of? I think Scout is overplayed. I think his character works in small spurts. I think all the characters in TF2 work in small spurts. So when you give Scout the fucking, you know, main character role in every single short, it wears thin. Oh, that's a nice spray. Nice. Oh, it's just like... Because what's Scout's gimmick? He's sort of like... He's overconfident. and he's not that smart, but he thinks he is. Like, that's... Does that sound like someone you'd want to see to have in a lead role? No. I don't think anyone in TF2 should get the lead role. I think like everyone should get their moment. Scout's got too many moments. That's not to say like Nathan Vetterline can't have fun with doing the lines and working at Toth and stuff. That's fine. I'm talking when official licensed Valve shorts and all that are all, hey, yeah, I'm out here, watch me, guys, yeah. For the 8th time this month, yeah. No. No. Hey, I'm not good at doing this thing, but I'm gonna try and do it anyways. Try and stop me. Yeah, it's a writing problem, essentially. They used Scout as a crutch for a stand-in character. The truth is, TF2 doesn't really have a stand-in. It doesn't have a character for you to see the hijinks through their eyes. Every character sort of has to, like, you know, like they need to just write characters around it. They don't need to like, hey, this one character is now the stand-in. Every character can be a stand-in if you write it well. If you put them in something they're unfamiliar to, they can be a stand-in character. The problem is, like, there isn't one definitive stand-in character and he's on my screen dominating me right now. Like, that's what I mean. Yeah, straight man, essentially. They use Scout as the straight man for everything. Man, this Saxton Hale guy's pretty weird. I hope he doesn't use me as a bet. Man, I sure do suck at getting women. Spy, can you help me with that? He's in virtually every short doing the same thing. Yeah, use Drunk Demo as the stand. I want to see that. The other VAs joined the VA strike. Isn't that over? I thought the fucking strike was done now. There's no way every single actor except Scout and Spy refused to work at Valve. I also I find it comedic to think that, like, Nathan Vetterline just can't afford to go on strike. He's like, nah, I need this work. No, I'll voice the Scout 100 times. Please. I mean, rat droppings every night. I need this. Why do they refuse? It's just like union stuff. It's just like they're not getting treated well. They're not getting paid well enough. I don't know the reason, but I just know there's a VA strike. Nathan has a job that isn't voice acting. Yeah, well, Valve would have me believing otherwise. Anyways, I didn't mean it literally. I know. He just isn't a part of that. He's just getting Nolan North to do all of the voices. So much for me! What should they add to Heavy if they ever got an update? Alternative playstyle. I don't care which. I don't care what. When North voices anything, you can pretty much instantly tell that, like, yeah, that's not the original voice actor. You hear it and you're like, eh, it's close. Eh. Yeah, if I, like, didn't play this game at all, I could buy that. Relos, I know you want to stream snipe, but I got a sentry near me. Know your limits, dude. Doesn't look like a victory to me. And Nolan North didn't do NG for the entire... or actually, did he? I can't remember if he did it for all of it. He probably did. Spookin'? Nice name. weird map. Well, he did a decent NG. But nothing quite beats the original. Mr. Goodeve. Oh. Guess I don't get that kill. It's like a texture error. Oh shit. They got a lack of players. Hey viewers, red team needs help. I'll help. Never mind, I got this. What if they gave heavy shield playstyle? I mean, I already talked about it in the video. There's not much else to say. It would be interesting to see. That's all. Oh man, I'm running low on energy here. I need to eat. I may call it at round end if I don't get a comp match. Whoa! Actually, give it like 10 more minutes. Stick around 10 minutes. Watching you play and seeing the game's art style makes me happy. What? Like, seeing it now on your screen? This isn't an official map. But I mean, it looks good. I think I'm gonna change... I'm gonna change server. We've been here for a little while. What do we got? Moonbase? Nah. Camber? The portrait was blue demo. Oops. Hell Train. Do I have that? Oh, I haven't played in years and the shader and all that looks nice. Well, it's good to know the game is mostly held up. If you ask Crobcat, he would say otherwise. And he'd be right, but it mostly works. I don't know what they would do for an alternative heavy play style. I literally don't know. I think you could make him something more defensive but less effective at killing. Oh, later, chumps. Something more, yeah, just something less effective at killing but better at defense would probably be like the most fitting role. You could try to make him a generalist by giving him more mobility. I guess like you could make him more defensive and mobile, but I don't know. I don't know, really. Oh, it's Turbine, wow. I'm about to abandon the match. Frankly. It's good to know I'm gonna have to end the stream on a Turbine match. That's pretty fitting, really. Unless someone abandons. I hope they abandon. Spy?
Yeah, gotcha. Thank you.
I think the killbind will always be something no game will ever come close to matching in quality. I'm gonna repeat the same thing I said like an hour or two ago about like these questions about like what should they give the heavy, what does the game need. Give me a topic that none of us have discussed 100 times over the past 2 years or longer. Give me a question that, you know, isn't at the top of our TF2 for the 8th week in a row. Stuff like that. Because honestly, I'm just tired of having to speculate because Valve won't give me anything to work with. You think Sketchek was one of the best Pyro mains? I mean, what defines best? I think he was probably one of the most impressive documented. For all, I'm sure there are other people that were better at him in competitive, but that it depends on what you mean by best. What? You went heavy and then you fucking swapped, so now I have to. You gotta like pick your battles. I'm here to win. I got a Tommy Slav. As long as I get healed, I'm gonna win this fight. I'm not winning this fight! Do they have two heavies? I heard another one on the right. Yep, they have... Oh, wait. Yeah, they have two. What's the deal with airline food? It's only been fucking a year and a half, Turbine's still in rotation. They haven't even adjusted the map to work better for sixes. Nah. We're fine, don't change it. They make a sponsored tournament, but it's ranked. Do you think the community will accept it? I don't think they're gonna condemn it, I just don't think they're gonna care. Why would they? Unless, like, there's a really good reason to care. Too many viewers, you won't see this? My chat's not that fast. It's not that hard to read. I don't know. I still hope that they end up doing, like, a tournament or something, but the honest truth is I don't expect much to come of it. Oh, are you... He's not decide... He can't decide what he wants to do. I legitimately fear that by the time they host a tournament, it's gonna be too little too late. It may very well already be too little too late, but... You know... You don't really get much from... You don't really get much from saying it's not gonna happen, do you? Just from saying I hope it does, even if it doesn't. Oh no, I've never tracked a scout in my face. This is brand new for me. Yeah, this works. Double sentry, oh, what will we do? Yeah, wrangle it, that'll step me down. Red Dead. Views on Valve outside of TF2. I think EA's got a contender for worst company of the year. I'm overreacting a little bit, obviously, but I would say Valve. I don't. They're in a weird like Schrodinger state with me. They're probably one of my favorite companies or favorite game developers of all time, and yet they're also one of my least favorite. They're probably one of my most hated. I just have this love-hate back and forth relationship where I don't know. It's like an abusive relationship. They keep hitting me and I keep coming back to them. Got a little dark there, but like, it's just like you can do so much better. Why do you choose to be this way? They are good developers on games they work on. They are bad developers on upkeeping games they worked on past tense. They are probably one of the most disrespectful companies to their consumers, or at least their fans. Maybe not the consumers, but like, they are just, there's so many empty promises, and that's even when they make promises. Half of the time, they don't even fucking say anything. They're basically, they exist just to let you down, almost. They exist to get your hopes up and then let you down. That's my opinion of them. Gabe chooses what game they work on. Right now he wants to focus on VR. Yeah, and that's good for VR. Bad for all of the other things they've done over the years. And even with VR, again, they don't speak very much. I'm really sorry about this, guys. I know that was fucked, but it's Turbine. I want it to be over as quickly as possible. Where am I? There I am. Yeah, Valve is, I think whenever they release games, I'll still, play them and enjoy them, but everywhere in between them actually having new stuff, there's just very little to take away from them. Also, I'm pretty exasperated here. I think I'm gonna mark that as the end of the stream. But for all of the ranting I did enjoy playing it. I'll probably do maybe another TF2 stream to play Halloween maps, but other than that, it's just gonna be other stuff this month. Probably not much. I find it kind of suspect that the only game to make it out of development hell just happens to be marketable and popular. Yeah, that was really convenient. Valve likes to say that they worked on it because they just had a fun card game. And I think to some extent that's pretty true. But I think it's pretty fair to say that when they're like card game, Steam community market, tradable, yeah, let's put all our resources here. I don't think it was just, fun card game. I want to work on this. I think they knew what they could take out of it. Which is, I'm sure it's going to be a fun card game, but it's like, I don't know. I was just looking for background sound. That's creepy. That's better. I got an invitation from FUNKe's Grotto. I don't know why. I have not ever done that. It was probably just a random person. Played more Rainbow Six. Watching Tip of the Hats actually made me want to do something. I want to play Rainbow Six with a speech jammer. And like, I'll just calm everything while I play it. Pretty much any game that requires a lot of communication. But with a speech jammer. One day. Love the stream? Oh, thanks. They literally advertised that you could Steam market money. Oh yeah, it's fundamentally what the game's built for trading cards. It's gonna be a fun card game, but it exists to trade. That's what it's for. Why didn't you equip the tipped lid? Because Tip at the Hats is over? Unless you mean during the event, I had a co-pilot on, just so people would know it's me. They asked us to, like, change our name and make it, like, clear. Because, like, Clockwork made his name Quackwalk, and there was a lot of confusion. That's why. Yeah. That's it for tonight. I'll probably be streaming tomorrow. Same time. And, yeah, that's it. Bye. Just kidding. I'm gonna stay.